Welcome to the Reggaecy, where we endeavor to preserve the legacy of reggae and dancehall music by discussing important topics as it relates to the reggae and dancehall culture. My name is Randy, and I have my general on the other side, Oliver.
Yo, big up on yourself, people. Welcome back as usual to the returning viewers, new viewers. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Help we get the channel going, man.
Yeah, definitely so, quite so. So, we just jump into the topics for tonight. We're going to discuss a couple of things tonight. The first thing will come to mind, and most notably, Teejay, Teejay. Teejay from
Up Top Boss.
Yeah, Up Top Boss. Teejay were linked with Romeich, they were linked with Ding Dong and Shensia, the whole of them under the Romeich Entertainment banner. Well, maybe, or maybe not a maybe, it's been out there that Teejay has left Romeich Entertainment Management.
I think it's
new
been
management.
pretty much confirmed, right?
Yeah, it seems it's pretty much confirmed that same leave, and he's with Solid Agency, and that is Sharon Burke, correct?
Correct.
All right. So people, we think this is a very important topic because some things surrounding that we've been speculating on before it came to this. So we just want to get Oliver take on it, and the people take at large. Share with us if you don't have any background information or anything pertinent to the subject of what we are talking about right now. You see me? So Oliver, if you want to kick it off, how you feel about the breakup?
Well, we'll say, before we start, I would like to say there might be some speculation or statements given here in general. Any speculations I'm making might not necessarily be about this particular relationship, but about the manager-artist relationship in general. Because usually that relationship is like a marriage, right? It's usually requires loyalty and people really working together and trust. It's a really important relationship. And in order for it to work for the artist, they have to both be loyal and trust each other. And there has to be mutual benefits on both sides. If the parties feel like it's not happening anymore for whatever reason, they're going to have issues. I'm not sure if there's any issues here. None of them have come across or come forward and said that there have been issues yet.
Yeah.
Maybe later down the line. To me, though, I do believe that's strange, Randy.
So nobody is talking.
Right. Because for years they've been together. And Romeich has done a lot for Teejay, I believe. And Teejay the same for Romeich.
Yeah.
Because from where he's coming from, I've seen a lot of growth and a lot of things that have transpired in the time that they've worked together. So for me, it's strange that they are not really saying anything about it. Right? And because of how dynamic that group or that nucleus was.
Exactly. And even them show them love to one another in that same circumference of with the artist management relation. Romeich was always involved in whether it be that video or it's almost like how Puffy and Bad Boy if we get do anything, Puffy's around in the video, same thing with Mace and maybe 112 or whatever the case may be. So the nucleus seemed always solid to me. So the separation now is almost like it's contrary to what we are used to. So
people do grow and people do have different agendas and different interests. Exactly. I believe part of it is, I think Teejay wants to make that international push. That's the vibe I'm getting. And of course, I shouldn't say that actually, because I don't think every artist necessarily wants that international push or are willing to do what it takes. I think the weight loss was definitely leading up to this. This was in his mindset from before.
Yeah.
I think moving to Solid Agency is his belief, in my opinion, and I'm speculating here, that this could take him to a more international audience. And it's a good balance because Sharon still is local But at the same time, she has international network. If you check out any major international thing that happens in Jamaica with the hip-hop community especially, Sharon Burke and Solid Agencies involved.
It's involved, right.
She's involved with Bounty Killer. She's involved with Shaggy for years. When you see Khalid come to Jamaica, somehow Sharon is involved. And if you remember the last time he was there, not this time, but for the previous album, she was in the I think the Rolls Royce with him. And he said in the video, thanks to Sharon for making everything possible.
Definitely.
The Versus battle, she was involved in that as well and was in the background. If you watch that, you'd see her moving around.
Yeah, she was instrumental. Very instrumental in a lot of big moves when it comes to artist management and production and things coming out of Jamaica and emanating internationally, you know? Very instrumental.
So to me, it feels like that was what Teejay's objective was. Maybe he felt like for whatever reason, Romeich could not get him there. And it's Romeich, I think Romeich has done an excellent job with all of them to the heights where he's gotten them to.
Correct.
And the artists themselves have to work, as no manager alone can put you there. So let me make that clear, make that very clear.
Definitely.
But he's obviously put in work. He's gotten them some deals. But I don't think we're at the place right now where we have a local manager yet that is able to really infuse themselves completely into the international scene. We don't.
Right.
And the closest to that is probably Sharon Burke.
That's that. All right, may I agree with that? But my question again is, kind of like you pivot to that point there. So obviously for Teejay, there was something lacking there with the Romeich Entertainment Management that he was looking for. So maybe that's the reason why I'm transitioned from that to Solid Agency. But I would err on caution here because she have international connections, yes.
Yes, right.
But I don't know if it's gonna live up to whatever expectations Teejay has as an artist, because that is something where you have to grow. And the relationship and how comfortable he was with Romeich may not be the same. So we just hear upon caution right there, so because the grass might not be greener on the other side.
That's an excellent point. Excellent point, Randy. And that is because, look, he's not going to get the personal approach he was getting with Romeich. Because Romeich camp was very small, right? And he seemed to be involved from what we saw.
Yes.
Sharon has a bigger stable then, or a bigger list of artists that she's working with. She also has engagements here. He's not going to get that one-on-one personal approach that he had with Romeich. Look, we've noticed already, though, he seems to be working on the physical aspect of it, how his look.
So,
go ahead.
Pick up in this. So you think him graduate from the level of how, I mean, maybe he was being tailored or spoon-fed to a certain extent. So to the level right now where he's going to be able to manage some of his business and push, and market some of the stuff that as it relates to him, because I don't think he's going to get that, like you mentioned, that personal time. And that's one of the things that we may talk about. You might think the grass green up on the other side, but then you feel like you realize that you're going to have to do a lot of the work, a lot of the heavy lifting for yourself. Specifically, look at it like this. Another artist where Romeich managed, Ding Dong. I feel like Ding Dong are one of them artists there where if you put him with another management, him still have a shine, because him do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's evident. You can see that him do a whole heap of street promotions, him integrate himself with maybe some of the local DJs, there, man like maybe Boom Boom from Grand Spen, and you know what I mean? He's out there getting deals because of the work we're putting. You know what I mean? It's like it's easy for maybe a record company or a publishing house to decide, say, yo, you know what? Me have to pick up that youth, yeah, because it's already kind of polished. Not to say that Teejay isn't polished, but he's already managing and finding people to help him do a lot of the work that he's already doing. So to step off of one thing onto the next, it might not be equal and balanced, and you might have to do a lot of that yourself. As an artist again, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yeah, you have to be ready. You have to be ready. Socially speaking, Romeich has been taking a heavy hit out there in the public.
Yes.
Right?
People smelling blood in the water, Randy.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's clear that for me, it feel like some mischievous people out there just try focus on tearing Romeich and him entire situation down. Right? Like we mentioned, him have Shensia, him have Ding Dong, and he had Teejay. What you feel about maybe
I think it's new for Jamaica, right? To have a manager that's doing so many things. Because you see, Romeich is doing a lot of different businesses. It's not just one thing.
Yeah.
He's gone into like clothing, production. And that's something we'll see if there's any animosity, because he did do production for Teejay before. Let's see if they still record together.
Yeah.
However, I think some people despise Romeich because sometimes when you have someone come out and do something completely different from anyone else, you're going to have the haters or the naysayers or people who just against you. And I think he's a very cocky individual, which he should be as a manager. However, just checking into the numbers, Romeich has over 800,000 followers on Instagram.
Oh,
We've never seen this before.
And he's not an artist, he's a manager.
Right. So he's almost, I think, if not about the same as Teejay. It's only Ding Dong and Shensi have more followers than him. And
that means the comparison is correct then when we compare him to a Puffy. Like him at the Jamaican Puffy then.
Right. And we have to temper that because some people will say Romeich now have Puffy money. Obviously, we know that. But that's what I meant when I say he's into different ventures.
Right.
And Jamaica has never seen that. It's usually just a manager. Maybe not, I wouldn't say never seen that. Corey Todd was this way. However, he didn't have a stable or a group of artists working with.
Exactly.
But I think that's going to give you people saying, wait, almost like what Sugar would say. He's the Puffy. Because like you just said, if you ain't got to worry about the manager, all in the videos, all on the Instagram, getting all your followers, come to death row. You know what I mean? So I could see people having some animosity toward Romeich. So right now, it seemed like them ready to tear him down. However, this happening though, Randy, just a segue before we go. We had said this before. How long Romeich? We said this in another show before.
Exactly.
How long can he keep this group together? Right?
Exactly.
Because it's very hard as a manager to keep artists together.
Specifically, you brought up Shensia.
This is who I thought first, because look, I still believe she's bigger than Jamaica. And I'm not disparaging Jamaica. This is not me criticizing Jamaica. However, we don't have the manpower or the resources to sell as many units in Jamaica. So your artist has to look beyond the shores, right?
Definitely.
But I wonder that because to me, I think, and I've said it at least 2 times in the past on this show, Shensi is a superstar. I think she'll be a superstar even in the hip-hop community if given the time and opportunity. And I don't know if it seems she's here now more than Jamaica. So I am concerned, and I shouldn't say concerned. Rami should be more concerned. Yeah. I am wondering how long that relationship will last. I mean, if he's loyal, okay, but at the same time, people change managers because they feel like maybe another manager, and it's only going to take someone to come in her ear and say,
"Yo, me I gotta make a suggestion because I want me to say, I kind of feel like it's better if Romeich kind of manage the local stuff and sparsely some of the reggae focused stuff internationally. But if there's a way that a well-known international management team can come in and package these ready-made Jamaican acts and bring them to the next level, I feel like there needs to be a gateway there for that to happen rather than, because I don't believe Romeich has the resources and the connection, like you said, to break them huge international. And when we say huge international, we're not just talking about the market in the United States. We're talking about the market in the UK. We're talking about the Japanese market, worldwide market.
If she gets like a Rock Nation management or even a Stephen Victor, right?
Yeah.
Or Anthony Saleh, who's Nas and future manager.
Same.
Stephen Victor I mentioned before, who's Pusher team manager and some other artists.
So
Shensee's gone, bro.
For real.
That is my belief. And look, people can correct me if I'm wrong, but that is my opinion.
Like, look, Teejay put in the work. This is about the breakup and Romeich team and Romeich management. Teejay put in work over the years. Likewise, it's clear that Romeich himself put in a lot of work. Them work speak for itself.
Yeah.
Right? For me, I look at this situation and some people might be disappointed, but I look at every disappointment is for a good. Right? This might clear the way for Teejay step out and maybe find the international management him want and grow to that opportunity or whatever I want. And it might clear space for Romeich to bring in or break new up-and-coming artists. Because I can tell you, there are a lot of artists right now, down in Jamaica right now, very talented artists, where we can tell us would I do well with Romeich pushing them.
And I think Romeich is going to do it again. That's
easily. So people, I mean, you have the naysayers, you have the people them who bash Romeich, you have the people them who try derail him whole thing. Them now want to see it successful because it's obvious again based off of the name calling and how them try put him down and then them try the divisiveness. Basically, them try break up the relationship with him and Shenseea. I don't know what that is, if it's strictly managerial, but them try break that up. And, I just hope for the people that remains, Ding Don and Shenseea and the rest of the team, that the team stands with him and them this flurry of foolishness passes and it settle down and then get back to business. You know what I mean? But other than that, best wishes to Teejay, hardworking youth. The youth have a plan and a vision. And bro, if that's what, if it's not where you're at right now, you need to find it somewhere else. And one thing, again, you have to be certain is that you're going to have to put in the work. It's not going to just come to you. You're going to have to go get it.
And the manager and artists have to be aligned in what it is, the goals that they want to achieve. So big up the both of them. Romeich will be all right and Teejay will both be all right. So big up to the two parties.
Yeah, definitely two parties. People, say what you want to say. Please share your thoughts. Please comment. Subscribe and go around the bin and tell your friends.